Toronto. Despite previously saying otherwise, UFC middleweight champion Michael Bisping now says he won't be hanging up his gloves after his UFC 217 showdown with Georges St-Pierre. Not long after his title defense against St-Pierre 252 MMA, 192 UFC was made official for UFC 217, Bisping 307 MMA, 207 UFC said there was a good chance he would walk away from the sport regardless of whether he defended or lost his title. Bisping, 38, has been part of the UFC roster since 2006 and has made a record-tying 27 octagon appearances. He has more than 5 hours of cage time over his tenure with the promotion, and though it would be understandable if he decided he's had enough, the Count said at today's UFC 217 news conference in Toronto that retirement is no longer on the table. "Listen, a lot of people were asking me about retirement," Bisping said. "I love this too much. I love this whole process, getting ready for a training camp. 8 weeks ago I was out of shape. Now I feel like I'm the champion of the world. I can beat anyone on this planet, especially this guy. I love that whole process. So, no, I won't be retiring." If Bisping beats St-Pierre at UFC 217, it will be another high-profile name to add to a resume that already includes Anderson Silva, Dan Henderson and Luke Rockhold. Bisping believes St-Pierre ended his 4-year hiatus from competition to pursue a fight against him because Rush sees him as an easy target, but the Brit said he's going to prove otherwise. Over the course of his career, Bisping has been called out as much or more than any fighter in the promotion's history. He's managed to win 20 of the 27 times he's stepped in the octagon, though, and he said St-Pierre is going to be the latest to find out that taking his belt is no walk in the park. "The truth of the matter is that Georges fell into the trap of what a lot of people fall into," Bisping said. "You fell into the trap of thinking he can beat me, that's it. That's why you want to fight me. That's why you keep asking Dana for me. Nobody else, because you think you can beat me. You think in your little tiny pea brain that you can beat me. But you can't. That will be the mistake you make, the trap that a lot of people fall into. They see me on TV, they say, this guy is beatable. But what you can't see is what I've got in my heart and my mind. November 4th, you're going to find out, pal." UFC 217 takes place November 4th at Madison Square Garden in New York City and airs on pay-per-view following prelims on FS1 and UFC Fight Pass. For more on UFC 217, check out the UFC Rumors section of the site.